Hi everybody, this is Shri and welcome back to my channel Vedic Living. Today's video will be a series of videos for all the predictions for the year 2023. We have a brand new year coming up and I'll be doing videos on each of the ascendants and the predictions for each of those ascendants. Before we go forward, I do want to remind you that I practice sidereal astrology, which is Eastern astrology, Indian astrology, you may call it by many names, but it is not Western or tropical astrology. So what this means is if you do not know where your ascendant or your moon is in your chart, feel free to go to my website. I have a free chart calculator there. You click on the chart calculator, enter all your information, and when the chart shows up, there will be a certain sign that says AS, that's the ascendant or the lagna, and there'll be a certain sign that says MO, which will be your moon sign. So those are the two signs that I'll be talking about today when I talk about your particular sign and the predictions for the year 2023 for your sign. Now, I also want to remind you, when you're at my website, make sure you sign up for my free newsletter because I will be sending out very detailed predictions for the year 2023 through my free newsletter. And of course, every month I do monthly newsletters as well. So make sure you sign up for that. And if you like this video, like and subscribe to this channel so that I can reach more people with the same message. So let's go forward with the predictions for the year 2023. 2023 is going to be very eventful because there are so many large planetary transits happening in the sky in the year, and depending on where your ascendant or your moon sign is, you will have a certain experience throughout the year. And because the changing of signs of the planets is so rampant through the whole year, it's going to be an intense and eventful year. I don't think it's going to be all bad, though. There's some really good transits happening. So let's look at all of these. Now, here is the high-level view of all the transits happening in 2023. And these are like the main ones. There are lots of little transits happening too, but these are the main transits. So one of the main events that's going to happen is that the planet Saturn is finally going to change signs from Capricorn to Aquarius. Saturn did come back into Aquarius just a little bit of time last year, but it went back into Capricorn. So what happened is since early 2020 till now, Saturn has pretty much most of the time been in Capricorn, with the exception of that little bit of time when it was in Aquarius. But now, on January 17th, 2023, Saturn is going to finally move signs. So wherever it was for you earlier, it's going to be a completely different experience for the next 2.5 years. So I'm sure you're ready for that. The other main transit that's happening is Jupiter is going to move signs from Pisces to Aries on April 21st of 2023. This is a big one as well. What happens with Jupiter when it moves signs is that for a whole year, it's in a certain sign aspecting certain areas of your life. So your experience in those areas is going to change, especially if it's Jupiter and it's a benefic in your chart. It's going to be good experiences in those areas. That's another big transit that's happening. Now, along with all this, up until from January 17th of 2023 till March 15th of 2023, the 2-month period, there is going to be an intense transit of 3 planets, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars, all aspecting the sign of Scorpio. Now, depending on where your ascendant is, sign Scorpio may be a certain house for you. That's the area you're going to see these 3 planets aspecting that particular area of your life. And we call it a point of manifestation because Saturn brings the ability to do work and discipline. Jupiter brings good luck in that area, and Mars brings in, it's like a trigger planet. It brings events and opportunities. So when all three planets are aspecting one sign, that's intense. So between January 17th of 2023 and March 15th of 2023, you're going to see, based on your ascendant, what that sign Scorpio is. And that's the area you're going to see most of those manifestation happening. Now, also another thing is that once Jupiter moves into Aries, the intense aspect of Jupiter will be on Aries, on Leo, on Libra, and on Sagittarius. So these are the main signs that will be aspected. But at the same time, because Saturn will be here in Aquarius, where my cursor is, that will also be aspecting Leo and Aries. So Aries and Leo become a very important area for the next year. And depending on your ascendant, that house or those houses will be where you'll see the most changes. Okay. Now, with that out of the way, those are the main big transits that are happening in the sky in 2023. Let's go to the sign by sign predictions. So this is the predictions for the sign of Gemini for the year 2023. The sign Gemini, if you have your ascendant, as I have placed the ascendant here in Gemini, or if you have your moon sign in Gemini, then this is the predictions for you for the year 2023. Now, for Gemini ascendants, Jupiter has been transiting their 10th house since April of 2022. So you would have seen your career change. You would have seen improvement in your day-to-day work, in your career, in your aspirations, right? You may have started something new. You may have started a new business in this time frame. That energy of career growth and improvement is going to continue till April 21st of 2023, because that's when Jupiter moves from Pisces into Aries, okay? After that, Jupiter is in your 11th house. So now it's the time for the next year to start creating new groups, or to join new groups or new causes, or create or meet new people. You may make new friends. And also the 11th house is great gains. I believe this will improve your financial stature because Jupiter will be in the 11th house, and it'll bring you some new ideas on how to make money and how to get more revenues, or if you have a business, how to pivot your business to make more money, because Jupiter transiting the 11th always brings great gains. And this is from April of 2023 till May of 2024 for a whole year. So I think that's amazing. Now, Saturn since the year 2020, has been transiting your 8th house, and that's not easy. Gemini ascendants have had a tough 2.5 years with Saturn going through the 8th house, because Saturn can bring in learnings in the sense that, you know, it can be very transformative experiences, and it's usually very difficult. So this has been going on for 2.5 years. But here's the good news. On January 17th of 2023, Saturn's going to move into your 9th house. So the energy is going to shift for the next 2.5 years. While Saturn transits your 9th house, you may be more connected to your father if your father's still around, because Saturn is in the 9th house of father. There may be ability to travel, because that's 9th house, long distance travel, and even pick up something new to learn. And remember, with Saturn, I always say this, it's not a sudden change, because Saturn usually brings a kind of like a slow growth trend. And that's why it's in a sign for 2.5 years. So with Saturn going through the 9th house, you're going to be more invested in learning something new and picking up some new kind of certification maybe, or traveling, or maybe you're traveling to meet your father or reconnect with your father. That could all be the case with Saturn going through the 9th house. Now, between January 17th of 2023 and March 15th of 2023, you're going to have Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars all aspecting your sixth house of health and healing. This is important because between these 2 months or that particular time frame, you may be thinking about new things to do for your health. You may be picking up a new diet, or you may start a new exercise regimen. You will be really thinking about your health. And this is a great time to manifest new changes in your health because you have three important planets all aspecting the same sign, which means it is a point of manifestation. So this is a time to bring about new changes in your health, in the way you do things, your day-to-day routine. That's the sixth house, your work. And like I said, with these planets all aspecting your sixth house and Jupiter in your 10th house, I'm pretty sure that you will be thinking about a career change in this time frame. So remember to use this time frame for reasons of health or for your career, because there is like a manifestation happening here. Now, through the rest of the year, between April of 2023 all the way through the end of the year, you will have two signs getting activated in your chart, which will be your 11th house, which is friends, groups, and organizations, and your third house, which is the house of writing and self-expression. So, and siblings. So these are the main areas that you will see a lot of changes. Third house also stands for travel. So you could be traveling, you could be writing, you could be meeting your siblings, you could be creating new friends, joining new organizations, joining new groups. All of that will be seen in the upcoming year in a very good way, because Saturn and Jupiter will both be aspecting these two signs. So you'll be seeing upliftment and manifestation in these two areas. Okay. So those are the predictions for the sign of Gemini, if your ascendant or your moon is in Gemini. So thank you for listening to these predictions for the upcoming year for your sign or your moon sign. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, and don't forget to go to my website and make sure you sign up for my free monthly newsletter, and also use the free chart calculator if you don't know where your sign is in terms of your ascendant or your moon. Thank you so much.